present. Standby counsel, Mr. Klaus is present. Chief Deputy District Attorney Stacey Collins is also present. It's my understanding that the motion to recuse is denied by Judge Jones. It's also my understanding Judge Jones stated to me that, Mr. Davis, you're requesting to have a mental evaluation?
I went to the hospital last night, to the mental hospital, to get screened to a place that I want to pay for myself. I don't want no state treatment because I can afford my own medical treatment. I went, sat there in a screening room at the behavior, you can check the records, the behavior mental clinic, because you have pushed me, this court has pushed me to an edge where I was very dangerous last night, and I wanted to do something and be very dangerous, and I couldn't sleep, and my mind was telling me things. So I said the best thing to do is drive yourself to the mental hospital, get an evaluation, calm down. They put me in a room for an hour and a half. The doctor was said, I'll be with you in about an hour, Raymond, because we had other patients. My ankle bracelet started going off. I said, I got really violent with the staff. I apologized to them. I said, not really violent, just loud. I got real loud with them. I said, I apologize. I cannot stay here. I must go back home or else I will be arrested because my monitor is going off and the police will come and get me. Okay. They said, Mr. Davis, we want to screen you first. We can screen you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I said, I cannot be screened at 8 o'clock. I have to be in court at 9. I said, tell the judge that you need to be screened. We will give you a mental evaluation. You can come back with the court. I have never been so mad in my life. What this court is doing is called railroading. To take every black out of the jury, to take every black male out of the jury, to take, to say, I cannot have any witnesses to defend myself.
Okay, we're going to correct the record right now because you continue to lie.
Okay.
So tell me which African-American male I kicked off the jury. You go ahead and tell me that. Which one?
I didn't say you kicked them off.
You said this court.
No,
Tell me which one.
I said there is no African-American male.
Should I make them magically
I
appear?
said there is no African-American.
Do you want me to make them magically appear?
You made me a magically appear. Davis.
I make you magically appear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I need a mental evaluation, and I want to do it on my own because I want to pay for my own doctors.
Okay. And Ms. Collins, do you have any representations to make in regards to what Mr. Davis is stating about what was going on with him last night and how he was feeling about what he wanted to do?
I don't have any representations. I can tell this court just from my observations from the inception of when we've been in here, the reporting to the FBI, the volatile behavior, the breakdown yesterday. I've had concerns about his competency that I think I voiced day one, so I have no representations to make about what treatment he sought last night. I can tell the court that he made a lot of representations to Judge Jones about how the trial was transpiring, the state purposefully excluding African-American males from the jury panel, things that just didn't happen yesterday. So that obviously causes me concern about his ability to accurately perceive, digest, and relay what's going on around him. I don't think he is probably at the best capacity now to
And in
pursue the
regards
trial.
to his representations that he wanted to do something very dangerous last night,
Well, obviously that causes the state concern. I mean, he has been hyper-focused on what I have done to, torpedo or taint him or give him an unfair trial. He's talked about Googling me. He's been to the FBI about me. When he says he wants to do something very dangerous, if he's actively dangerous, of course that causes me concern. Causes me concern for my witnesses, causes me concern that he may self-harm. I mean, I don't know what I do have some record of him being violent in the past, but it's in the far past. I can't say what he's going to do, but of course that's concerning to the state. I mean, if he's going to get comped, my request would be that he be remanded and comped by doctors of this court so that we get reports and we know what's going on. So.
Your Honor, I have no violence on my record.
you just talked about you were going to do
Your
something
Honor,
incredibly dangerous.
Your Honor, I said my mind, if I was dangerous, or if I thought I seeked help at 1 a.m. in the morning, I got out of bed. I drove to the hospital and I checked myself in. I checked myself in, so that's how you de-escalate a situation. So I just got out of bed, I said, I'm not, for the anxiety and the anger in me wasn't to go out and ram somebody's car or shoot someone or do bodily harm to anyone. I felt that I was at a point in my life where I was having a breakdown, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't eat, so I said I need to seek medical help. So I got in my car and just drove. I didn't
That's
speak.
completely different than what you just represented to the court 5 minutes
No,
ago.
I said
Wait, no, let me talk. You said you were thinking about doing something very dangerous. You were worried about what you were going to do, so this is what we're going to do. The defendant's going to be remanded into custody. I have great concern in regards to the representations that he has made today in regards to what he said that he was going to do. So the state's motion to have him remanded for purposes of an evaluation will be done. I will have that evaluation done this afternoon.
Why can't I have my own doctor? Why do I have to have state doctors?
So I will have the evaluation done, hopefully at the jail this afternoon. And the evaluation, depending on the results of the evaluation, if the evaluation comes back as, I don't want to say clean, but what I'm saying is if the evaluation comes back in regards to the defendant is being malingering or being manipulative to get out of a trial, then we will continue the trial tomorrow at 10 a.m. If the doctors believe that there are some competency issues, we'll address that tomorrow outside in front of the jury at 10 a.m. So I will call over to the jail right now, and I will attempt to get the evaluation set up as soon as I can.
When are we going to have done with this?
So obviously, would you have a problem taking that, Mr. Klaus?
Not if he's not.
No, I want to keep my own records. I need to go with my
What either can you put into your property within CCDC?
Okay, they put it in the property system, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine, we'll make sure that it's all put in with this property, and I'll go contact the jail and make sure an evaluation is done as soon as I can get that done. Okay.
Your Honor, if that is, just for the record, if that's not able to be accomplished, the state would be requesting formal competency proceedings so that we have documentation on file that he is competent for court standards and.
So, yeah, and I'll have that done. We had this happen a few trials ago, the same exact thing, and the doctors provided a report discussing the findings. So it actually is something that happens somewhat common, but we'll have the formalized paperwork either way.